So I'm studying for the CBEST again, and first of all, it's extremely hot here in Minsk. Uh, Second, I really need to see a doctor because I think I was diagnosed with leiomyoma of the uterus, which was really small in size, and this year I really started to feel a little bit worse than usual. I thought this may be because of the COVID-19 and I'm just getting old, but I went to see a doctor and I was really lucky that I just made this decision to make an ultrasound. So basically, I didn't have to do an ultrasound, but I did an ultrasound and I found myoma. And everybody says it's kind of okay, you can live with this definitely, don't even worry about it. I don't like it. I really want, I really want it to be over. So I don't feel well. It's really extremely hot. Maybe because I'm traveling all the time. I really have a lot of work to do, a lot of writing to do. So it's a life-turning decision to make any kind of surgeries, but I would feel much more happier if it would happen. So, talking about English, by thinking about all this, I have to write an English essay. And the next topic is discover how what is more important to discover how people are different or how they're similar. Um, so again, I still have problems with essay structure, and as much as I was thinking about it, I was just realized that I need to rewrite it using uh, the sample essays they have in the book, and actually it works because I start to think differently. I don't think I'm plagiarizing. I think I'm exercising writing. Of course, it's not a final essay. I cannot write like this, but I really realize it's much easier for me to write like this. For example, an essay which they give in the book as an example. At the time of my senior year at school, oh no, this is the one from the book. In the middle of my sophomore year, my English teacher, Mrs. Estrada, changed the seating chart, and I found myself sitting next to a quiet but pretty black-haired girl named Janet. Being the loquacious person that I immediately engaged her in conversation. My lack of shyness, though I did not know it at that time, would create a beautiful friendship. So I decided to rewrite it. I mean, I know the girl, which is, I was sitting to the most popular girl in the class. So the way I write about it is, at the time of my senior year at school, I was sitting the whole year next to a wonderful and valuable girl whose name was Jenna. I was shy when I was a high school student, and it was difficult for me to start a conversation with Jenna. I was watching her face profile for several minutes. Jenna was a leader of the group with tall stature and slim figure. I watched her moving in and out of classroom and was mesmerized by her graceful posture. So basically, I think I did a pretty good job. Um, I'm writing the truth, and what else Sebastian is going to tell us to write. After I got to know Janet a little better, I became aware that we were very different. She was shy and pretty, and I was forward and gawky. Gawky. She had a boyfriend and many friends, while I had not yet discovered boys and had few friends. She was from a lower social-economic class, while I was from upper social-economic class. With all of these differences, I've wondered how we could be such good friends. So basically, in this paragraph, the author states that basically somehow he ended up sitting with Janet, and he's trying to find differences. And of course, that all kids in the class, they're all different. And he finds that he's a bit shy and she's more outgoing. Even though he is loud, she's more attractive and have more communication skills. So basically, it's very similar to what I'm talking about. That I was sitting to the best student in the classroom. After a while, I noticed that we have some similarities and have something to talk about. I was reserved and good looking, while Jenna lofty and chatty. She had many friends in class, while I had only few. She had a lot of boyfriends, and I met only few boys. I was from lower social economic class, while she was from upper social economic class. With all that said, it was hard to believe that we could sit together and become best friends. So basically, what I'm stating is that I was so impressed by my friend that it was hard for me to uh, believe that we can even make a conversation. So what Sylvester asked us to write in this essay? So basically, yes. So in this essay, Sylvester offers you the chance just really to discover your high school experience when you see to the some student which is so different and maybe somewhat better than you are. Maybe it looks to you that this person is so wonderful, and it puzzles the author that yes, indeed, people are different. So it's a little bit maybe a reference to life is a bit unfair. So people are different. Next paragraph. What's the best asked you to write? At first, I thought our friendship was so secure as it was because we contrasted so well. Yet after we acknowledged that we were best friends and we began to spend more time together, I began to see many similarities. For instance, we both had the same goals and morals. We are both kind, compassionate, and sensitive people, and we both snort when we laugh. So basically, next paragraph is that people are people, and all of us are just human beings. We all have, we differently all have similarities. So what I write in my essay, after a while, I noticed that we have some similarities and have something to talk about. I was reserved and good looking, while Jenna loved to enjoy. Okay, I think I already read it. Yeah, so basically, I already said that she was extremely lofty and extremely chatty, while I was maybe more good looking and reserved. Um, at first, I thought that only two opposites attract to each other. So I had to think that Jenna is lofty, and that's why I'm attracted to her. But Yet, after a few years, I started to realize, after maybe, even though we were in the class for many years, like 4 years is quite a long time for me. We were sitting only for 1 year. Yet after year, I started to realize that we are best friends and we complement each other. So we're not just attracted to each other as we're opposites. This was at the beginning. We complemented each other at the so basically it became some kind of unique friendship that we discovered that we were just all human beings. For instance, we had the same values and honors. We definitely shared honors. We I went to school where analytical thinking was strongly encouraged. So basically, we took really a lot of participation in school discussions. She really influenced my attitudes and beliefs, and I influenced hers. Um, so what I write is, of course, that we had the same values and honors. We are both loving life, outgoing together. So we weren't only sitting together, but at the end we were only uh, going out together. It is very important for people to identify how they're different from each other, but it is more difficult and important to discover how they're similar. So basically, we shouldn't be just thinking that somebody is um, more looking better or doing better at school, because we also have our own advantages. And this is just a matter of communication. We should communicate to each other, definitely, even if the person seems to you that it's something which better than you. So it is very important for people to identify how they're different from each other, but it is more difficult and important to discover how they're similar. By discovering our similarities, I was able to form a connection with a person whom you can meet on the street with a glance look and compliment on the nice look. Street with the glance. Okay, I'm still kind of editing because so basically when we walk on the street, we meet somebody and we sometimes have first very good impression, and we should keep this impression, and then we should continue conversing with the person and just discovering how similar we are. So we can meet on the street with a glance and compliment on the nice look, and discovering further to realize that the person is nice and have many differences which help me to continue our relationship and find similarities which make my friendship with Jenna so special to me. So basically, somehow we went to a liberal school. I don't think we had a sitting chart, and somehow we ended up sitting together. I'm pretty sure that we had a choice not to sit each other, and it is, I think, a basic rule of communication. We should be loving each other and talking to anybody and making conversations to anybody. So I'm still working on this,